Alright, I've realized that in my previous videos I didn't really say that much, so I'm going to try to work on that and speak a little bit more of my mind, what's going on in my mind about what I'm doing at each step of the way. And if I have any anecdotes, I'll share. In general, just because most of the videos that I record are not getting uploaded because I only want to upload the ones that actually have something worth learning, something that has some lesson that is worth learning. Just to upload the videos themselves don't really add much. If it's just a random game, because if you want to watch a random game, you can just join and watch it live. Although, I mean, if there's demand for me to upload them, obviously I'll upload them. But I think they're just going to be a little boring if I don't speak. Oh, that's interesting. That Tommy rejected. I haven't figured out whether someone rejecting in M1, if that's just if it's actually a strategy, if he claims it's a misclick, even if it is a misclick. Maybe it's subconscious. I mean, I know that when I first started playing, like literally my first game, I remember that I think I rejected I think I rejected it because I thought that I had already been on the team and I was a spy, so I clicked reject in order to try to fail it. I didn't realize that I hadn't actually been put on the mission yet. I think it was the hammer or something. So I just saw the red and I assumed, oh, this is going to be to fail it. Obviously Tommy's played before, but maybe subconsciously, I don't know, maybe subconsciously he saw, maybe he saw that I proposed it and it was dirty. I don't see any, I mean, he rejected a clean mission. I don't know where I'm going with this. Maybe because hack, that could be. Oh, ProNub up to his shenanigans. I think that's why, because hack off approved here, so Tommy already tried to accuse him. Who was on it? Me. Ooh. If hack is Merlin, that could be interesting. If hack is Merlin and Tommy's Percy, then perhaps Tommy saw hack approve me and already morgued him on the spot. I complain about this pick, really? Why would he complain about it? Nope, so there goes that theory. He wouldn't be accusing me if he had morgued hack. So you're not Merlin, and you're not Merlin. What did hack say? Why off pick? He's clearly not happy about the off pick. If he knew that it was clean, well, that's not one of the scenarios, but I'm not quite sure why Pro doesn't want to be on M1. I mean, usually M2, people are asking themselves, do I trust M1 or don't trust M1? Usually that's the question that people ask, and people are asked. If you trust it, then you add yourself to M1. If you don't trust it, then you don't. Usually people will add it because there's no reason to accuse it, and it's a good starting point. Namely because if the guy who hammered it was clean and he was even either Merlin or he was a smart Percy who was able to figure out what his Merlins wanted, then they can pick clean, potentially. as the hammer, so I think you're giving slightly better odds that that it'll be clean than picking two other random people. 1, 2. I'll add Timmy. Timmy hasn't. Oh, he has been added. Although, kind of want to test. No. I'll do that. I was thinking maybe maybe I would hunt for Merlin, so I would add maybe 2 res and see if one of them rejects, and maybe it's Percy who's rejecting to be with two Merlins, but I don't think it would be that obvious. Anyways, and I'd probably just get myself in trouble. So here in M2 there hasn't really been any on rejects or off apps, so it's been pretty straightforward. What was my first pick? My first pick was Hack and Tommy. No, wait, what? My first off pick was Hack and Tommy, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna obviously put success because I'm at the top of the totem pole, top of the fail order, but Timmy, yeah. So in this situation, I'm not sure which is better. I think it's good to switch it up, to change it around every once in a while. You shouldn't always fail M2, but you also shouldn't always wait for there, because you don't want the res to be able to have detect a pattern in you. If they know that I always fail M2, then if it if they know that I always fail M2 and then it floats, and it succeeds, and then someone adds someone else. No. Maybe not me personally, but if they know that everyone always floats this one, then it would be good for a spy to actually float it. No, to actually... Sorry, I'm not even thinking straight. Basically, if you get into a pattern, then people can read you better, and you can cause mayhem when you go against that pattern. If that makes sense. Okay, so if everyone always fails M2, then if M2 actually succeeds, then you can be pretty sure that when M3 fails, you can blame the fourth guy for being added, because they would say, oh, why didn't he, out of the 4 of them, 3 of them had an opportunity to fail it and didn't. Why didn't they? If the policy, so to speak, or the optimal strategy were to be to always fail when at the first opportunity over here. Yeah, that was my M1. I rejected because that included my M1. I'm Morgana, so my M1 actually has to be credible. I accused Tommy and Hack. What was my M2? My M2 was Tommy and Timmy. So basically, I would be saying that Hack and Timmy are on the same team. That has to be my strategy, because if I'm going to pick exactly one spy, which usually Merlin, that's what he'll do. He can't pick clean because he'll get shot, and he can't always pick super dirty. If he picks super dirty, then it's just not helping his teammates. Also, if he consistently picks 2 spies, then it's not good. So if I were just a regular random blind VT, I feel like this has a Merlin on it. If this has a random, if I'm just random VT and I pick a random team, I'm likely going to catch exactly one spy. So therefore, as Merlin, you can purposely pick and catch exactly one spy, and people won't suspect anything out of the ordinary. That's interesting. I think it could be balmy to hack. This is just adding Tommy. Yeah. I think my current theory is balmy is Percival to hack because he rejected that. And balmy rejected this. Why would he reject that? Why wouldn't he want it? Can't imagine. Two is me, Balmy, and Timmy. Do we try adding Pro? Pro and Balmy. Boca, no. Minus Hack, minus Tommy, that didn't get so many apps either. Yeah, Tommy's definitely not. Can I add Hack to this? I'm looking if Hack, Tommy, Boca, no. I'm gonna pick. Nah. Thought so. So my theory, I think adding hack made the most sense because everything else was rejected, but it sounds like pro's accusing me. If I didn't know any better. I think I'm rejecting because of that. Why did I highlight pro again? He can't be Percy to hack. He hacked it twice. And he asked for it. I mean, unless he already knew that I was Morgana, and it didn't matter. If you were Merlin, he would just say, pick something. What did Pro say? I'll have to look it over. Nice. I would say something, but I don't want to shade Timmy for that pick. Although I think that from the Ooh, is this a Percy move? If he rejects, that could be a strong Percy move. Why is Tommy talking? Is he? No, he's not. Pro Confres, that's interesting. I meant that. I don't think he is. Timmy could have failed both. I was on both. Hmm. He called these 2 spies. He wants the 4 of us. I don't think this is my team. Definitely has 2 Merlins on it. I'll have to go over chat afterwards to see what Bami was saying. Did Pro accuse Tommy? Is that why I highlighted him? I don't. Well, look, if Hack is Merlin, then he's picking clean no matter what. I think if Hack's Percival, I think he morged me at some point or another. Thing is, my story doesn't add up because I accused in Tommy and Hack. And then what did I do for M2? I did Tommy and Timmy. So if I'm gonna push the blame onto Tommy, if Hack is gonna be clean, then I'm pushing the blame onto Tommy. Then I have to go with the fact that I picked 2 spies here, or 2 spies in the first mission. 2 res in the first mission. Is he Percy looking for my team? Or is he looking for an excuse? Yeah, he's... So Pronub really was Merlin. I probably should have seen that. Because he accused him and then took it back. That's a very weird move. I mean, as Merlin, when you accuse a res, that's really, really dangerous. And you only want to do that if you really think you're going to get shot and you have to buy yourself some I guess, bulletproof armor. Because that's... Especially if you hit Percy, the damage is done. You can say what you retract all you want, but the damage is done. It's happened to me before, where a spy had accused me. And then so I accused back, and then that later on in the game, I think maybe the next for the next round, for the next mission, then they unaccused me. So I ended up siding with him. And obviously he unaccused me just so I can add him to the team, which made me felt pretty stupid. Yeah, so I mean, once someone accuses someone, the whole point of accusing someone is that, I guess as Merlin, any little hint, you're accusing the person in order to make it seem like any little hint that someone's not good, Percy will consider as gold, as like it was, yeah. Like he'll read into everything and analyze and overanalyze. So if you say I think this or I think that, then or even just some sort of hint, like telling them, like asking for their advice. That also is something that Merlin can do to a good guy, because you don't really care about the advice of a bad guy. Yeah, so in Pro accused Tommy. I mean, Tommy was right not to let Pro unaccuse. It was Pro's fault for accusing Tommy in the first place. I mean, he got a little unlucky that he accused Percival, but still, you shouldn't be accusing a res. mean, pro can't. It's not wise to play Merlin as if you accuse someone, then maybe it's because they're a spy, and maybe because it's that they're just stupid, because then Percy isn't going to be able to figure out what the team is that you actually want. If I were to accuse Hack, Percy doesn't know, Tommy, for example, wouldn't know whether I'm actually accusing Hack or whether I'm just saying, Hack, stop saying stupid things. And I see the need for Merlin to attack someone, to attack a good guy, because they're trying to cause too much, take too much control, and they're very wrong. So I would be able to sort of shut them down. But it's, you usually do that, I don't know, in a much dire game. There wasn't, he should have let his Percival figure it out on his own, as opposed to taking things into his own hands and accusing Percival. What's he saying? Not even problem. I'd like to believe that I would have figured out that Pro was Merlin. Maybe I would have, maybe I wouldn't have. I think he's right though. I think Hack would be the other option. So if somehow he picked clean, then, well, we would have had more information to figure out how he actually picked clean. Yeah, and Pro was... Well, actually, if Pro talked a lot, then Hack... It could have been because Pro is Merlin to Percy Hack, or because Hack was Merlin and Percy Pro, and he was trying to speak up in order to give Hack an excuse to pick clean as Merlin. And then it would seem to us as if Pro was doing all the talking. Of course, that means because Percy does that, then Merlin can actually be obvious and then at least have a 50-50 chance of whether it's Percy Merlin or Merlin Percy. Alright, I think I did better in this one. Spoke a little bit more. I don't even know if I'm going to upload this, but if I do, I want to hear what you guys think. If my talking actually makes sense, or if it's just blabbering, or you'd rather just me be quiet and so you can watch the game in peace, let me know.